I refuse to do writing with pen and paper because I hate my handwriting. But I love my time alone at night, and it's really the time when I get the most work done in writing and whatnot. The seventh fact is that I feel, well, public restrooms make me nervous. I don't like them at all, and I absolutely refuse to take a public shower. I think that's probably even maybe my least favorite thought. I just can't get my mind around that. The eighth fact is that the longest time I've lived in a single place was a year and a half. I'm always moving around. And so right now I've been staying in one place for a little bit, but not too long. I'm just always on the move. The ninth fact is that whenever music is on, I have to sing along to it. I can't just sit there and listen. And thankfully, I haven't been around anybody who's been annoyed by that yet. I know that people are going to be out there, and I'll meet them, and I'll drive them into the wall, but I can't help it. I have to sing every day. In fact, you guys know how I feel about cliches, first of all, but though the cliche, music is my life, it's not my entire life, but it's a great part of it, and I honestly get really irritable when I don't listen to music. I'm serious. If I'm in a bad mood, maybe you should tell me to go listen to music, because it is my cure. It's like my pill. The 10th fact is that one of my favorite times is when I'm driving by myself, because it's my time to think, to sing, to scream, basically to exist. And at my lowest points in life, when I felt most invisible, I went out for a drive just to get my thoughts, out. And really, on the road, nobody can ignore you. And as sick as that is, and twisted, it was like the aid for me to feel like I existed, unless someone wants to get into an accident, they have to acknowledge that you're there on the road. So that is the last fact, and it's not there.
Take you off speaker. I was just listening to you on speakerphone here. How have you been? How are you feeling? And how long are you going to be in New York? That was a pleasant surprise to hear.
Oh, God. That is a harder question than it should be. I'm good. The reason being is because, love is blind. And sometimes when we love the world that we live in so much, it too can be blinding. And I feel that sometimes my love for everything truly is something that detracts from my well-being, as ironic as that is. And so I sometimes can't help myself, even though I can help others, and that's, a common trait among many people. And so I'm basically taking myself back and taking my realm of happiness back, and it's mine, and nobody can take that away from me, and I don't have any problem with anybody in specific whatsoever. It's just kind of like the world at large, and we all go through different phases, but I'm good now because I've decided to be. And then as far as staying in New York, I don't know how long I'll be there, to be honest. I know that this next week is going to be booked almost every single day. I'm spending it with some wonderful people, and I'm really excited to see them. I haven't seen them yet, so it should be a really good little getaway. I need it. And then afterward, I'm going to be prepared to kind of get everything together, almost once and for all. Everything that I've had planned is kind of really falling into place in my mind, and I'm excited for it. And so, yeah, things are happening, and it's good. So I'm actually going to get it tattooed because, it represents so much more than Kaiden Blake to me. Like I've told you guys, Kaiden Blake I don't view as myself all the time, but as an entity and a belief system. And it's like being in the state of Kaiden Blake. And because Kaiden Blake is almost like a character that I created, though a very honest one, that I needed in my life. So I'm definitely going to get it tattooed, not for Kaiden Blake, but for the misfits and for the belief and for that unity and that universal peace and honesty. So I hope other people get the tattoo as well. If I'm available in New York, I will let you guys know on Twitter and Facebook, MySpace, all those sites. Everything is up in the air right now, but I know for sure that I'm definitely not free until next Monday, at the very earliest, I think. So I don't know. I almost regret posting that I am going because now everybody in New York wants to spend time. Because I've had some friends there for years, and I haven't managed to get out to New York yet. Visited me.
It is an amazing city. You are going you're going to love it. I mean, I wish I'd taken the time to finally put my Misfit travelogue together. Hopefully I'll do it this week. I'm going to call pictures from this recent trip and some of the previous trips. I go multiple times a year, including at Christmas time. And Christmas time is just absolutely wonderful to be over there. No matter what, it's always wonderful. Yeah, so
I'm for Christmas.
Yeah, and I'm going again in December this year. That's always a guaranteed. So if anything, I'll throw a fishing line at you. Like, come, son, come, let's see the big Christmas tree. But we'll see. Hopefully.
So, you gotta have a Christmas tree, even if it's in Times Square.
Absolutely.
I wish I could have a Christmas tree that large in my house. I'm gonna have to arrange that somehow.
In my apartment too, I would love to get just a huge one with lots of lights. Let me tell you something. When I was a kid and we had a big Christmas tree in the old apartment when we lived in New York, I used to always look at the little lights. I used to always pretend that they were like street lamps, little colored street lamps going up a hill, and I would just play with my little cars through the branches, and it was so like such a beautiful like thought, just serene, solitary, a little car driving up this little hillside with all these different little colored street lights. And I don't know, it's just something that always stuck with me, even growing up. That's why I always like putting lights and stuff up. And it's just a beautiful. It all feeds into Christmas for me, and it's a beautiful time of year. So
it is. I love it.
It's
the one holiday that I refuse to let be destroyed. It's a magical time of year, and when as much as I love winter, I do, because as cold a season as it is, it's very warm, and most of that warmth comes from the Christmas season, and I'm a huge sucker for it. I get totally caught up in the Christmas music and the Christmas lights, the decorations, the fires, the hot chocolate. I just love it.
I know. I used to do it. I used to irk my parents because, especially my mom, because my mom was always, she was like me. We were like one and the same, and we would butt heads here and there about something or the other. I always wanted to start putting up Christmas lights. I always go all out, and it's just kind of a way, and I've made it special for me again in that way, I think.
Oh, that's what it's about, though. It really is. Your created family, your real family, whatever it is, it's the time to come together, and so that is important.